am Brigadier General Alex Olupot. I am the Commandant of the National Defense College, Uganda. On behalf of the National Defense College and on my own behalf, with profound honor, we welcome Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, to the college to officiate in this fourth graduation ceremony of Cohort 4. We extend our deepest appreciation to Your Excellency. The graduation ceremony
wonderful music coming from the UPDF band. As our chief guest arrives, we shall all stand to receive the hymn.
Amplifies this college's journey towards our country's strategic leadership development. Your Excellency, sir, as we are aware, the National Defense College Uganda was established 4 years ago to prepare our senior military officers, public servants, and selected leaders from friendly countries for responsibilities at the highest strategic levels of leadership. As part of this growth agenda, the college now envisages diversifying the course composition through the planned expansion of Cohort 5, which is upcoming, to 30 course participants, comprising the Uganda People's Defense Forces, Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Ministry of Security. Selection from these broader backgrounds, once achieved, is expected to enrich the learning environment and promote valuable exchanges of experiences and perspectives. We thank the Chief of Joint Staff and the entire leadership of the Uganda People's Defense Forces for their generous support to all the programs of the college. We thank and remain indebted to Makerere University for the enduring first-hand engagement through the long-time affiliation arrangement. Dear graduates, today you join an expanding community of strategic leaders entrusted with significant responsibilities in service to our country and institutions. Graduation is not the end of learning. It marks the beginning of a greater responsibility. The knowledge, skills, and perspectives you have acquired on course must now be translated into action. As you return to your assignments, I urge you to lead strategically, knowing always to focus beyond immediate challenges and anticipate future opportunities and risks. I urge you to uphold integrity, maintaining a character that must remain the foundation of credible leadership. I must urge you to foster unity of effort, knowing that the complexity of modern security challenges demands collaboration across institutions and sectors. I would also urge you to promote innovation, to embrace new ideas, embracing new technologies and approaches to problem solving. You then must place your national interests above personal considerations. You must remain lifelong learners who are strategic leaders and who must continuously adapt to changing realities. The nation expects you to become analysts, for transformation, guardians of national interests, and champions of strategic thinking. Your Excellency, sir, as we celebrate the achievements of Cohort 4, we reaffirm our commitment to the vision of building a secure, stable, prosperous, and resilient Uganda.
I, General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, by virtue of the authority entrusted to me by the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda and the law governing the Defense Forces of Uganda, and on the occasion of your successful completion of the National Security and Strategic Studies course at this National Defense College, do hereby confer on you and authorize you to use the title NDC from this 10th day of July, the year of our Lord 2026.
I'm Lieutenant General Sam Okiding, the Deputy CDF. I'm here representing the CDF. Your Excellency, a quick one. Last time when we were here, you gave us a task to get some of our few schools turned into centers of excellence. Your Excellency, I want to thank you. With National Defense College Uganda, you have again given us your hand today, and I want to thank you for that. Your Excellency, down there at the Senior Command and Staff College, we have also managed to put more additional 48 units of accommodation. The college now, in the next intake, has a capacity to graduate from 53 students to 83. I want to thank Afande CDF and our Permanent Secretary of Ministry of Defense, because we have managed to work together in this journey. I want to thank the Commandant, direct staff, administrative staff, for really lifting the college high. My prayer is that you maintain it. To the graduates, Your Excellency, I was with the graduates last week. We talked much. All the questions you posed to them, we had already discussed. Today, I'm only inviting them and welcoming them to the clan of strategic thinkers. Karibuni. Let me go to the Holy Book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48. It reads, "But a servant who does not know what his master wants, and yet does something for which he deserves a whipping, will be punished with a light whipping." Much is required from a person to whom much is given. Much more is required from the person to whom much more is given. Your Excellency, the graduates today, we have given you much more. From cadet, platoon commander, company commander, junior staff, senior staff, now NDC Uganda. We are going to demand more from you.
It is my profound honor and privilege to address this august gathering on the occasion of graduation of our cohort 4 at the National Defense College. Your Excellency, allow me to express my deepest gratitude for gracing this occasion as our chief guest. Your visionary leadership, steadfast commitment to national security, and continuous support for professional military education are the driving forces behind the transformation and modernization. Your presence today underscores the value you place on strategic education in shaping leaders capable of navigating contemporary and emerging security challenges. I further extend sincere appreciation to the leadership of the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Under the guidance of the Permanent Secretary and Chief of Defense Forces, your dedication to build a professional, disciplined, and capable force is evident. This sustained investment in advanced strategic training demonstrates a great foresight and a firm commitment to strengthening institutional capacity at all levels of command. To the Commandant, the faculty, and administrative staff of the National Defense College, Uganda, I commend you for delivering high-quality strategic education. Through your work, this college has become a true center of excellence for intellectual development, critical thinking, policy analysis, and strategic leadership. Over the past years, you have studied the concept of the world we live in and lead today. The world beyond these walls is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. This institution has equipped you with the tools, insights, and techniques to envisage these turbulent waters for the good of our society. As you leave our graduates, I want to ask you one question as you go on how ready are we to defend Uganda and Africa on land, on air, at sea and space. Let that be your thinking. Let that be your homework. Think of how we are going to defend Uganda in the current challenging situations where we have IT, where we have all sorts of advanced weapons that other countries use to protect their countries. So are we ready for that? Let that be your assignment.
I congratulate the graduates for finishing this course. Congratulations. My Minister of State has summarized the whole thing. In the question she asked, because she asked all of you and the whole of Africa, not just you, how ready are you to defend yourself, Africa, against all threats? Because we don't want armies of uniforms and parade, which are like Boy Scout movements. Mavazi tu. Mavazi na vyeo na madaraja. In summary, if you want to defend Africa, I can think of 3 points. 3 points. Point number one, the economy of Uganda, the small country called Uganda, which we have, which is under our control, must undergo socio-economic transformation. All the peasants must disappear. My father was a peasant, I'm a peasant, my child is a peasant, my grandchild is a peasant. You will not defend Africa. The peasants must disappear, and we have a new society. And how will the peasants disappear? The peasants and the Bayai, the two groups must disappear. And how will the two groups disappear? Through everybody joining the money economy in the four sectors. You must be in the money economy, everybody. Abakorera ekida kyonka, those are part of the insecurity. The four sectors are commercial, agriculture, whether you are there as an owner or as an employee, but you should join. Commercial agriculture, manufacturing and artisanship, services, and ICT. Everybody joins the money economy. The whole economy, because up to now, the economy, in spite of all the efforts, by 2013, the people in the subsistence sector, abakorera ekida kyonka, were 68% of the population when I involved General Saleh. Now General Saleh's efforts and the PDM, when we last checked, we had 67% in the money economy and 33% abakorera ekida kyonka, working only for the stomach. So the whole population must join the money economy in the four sectors. That's one channel of how you cause socio-economic transformation. The other channel is universal education. Everybody must get education. Education of literacy, numeracy, and skills. How to read and write, how to count, and have skills. But then, what my young Minister of State asked you, even if you are richer, how ready are you to defend Uganda in the four dimensions of warfare now? Because you remember the colonial army was called Uganda Rifles, which was really true. It was an army of Mark IV. They had old guns called Mark IV, semi-automatic. That's what they were doing. Uganda Rifles, King's African Rifles, an army of rifles. The support weapons were with the British. Artillery, the Navy, Air Force were with the British. You fellows, your parents were only Uganda Rifles. If you remain only an army of rifles, you are not going to defend Africa. Because the warfare now is in the four spheres: on land, in the air, at sea, as our young minister said, and in space. You have said that Cardinal Munyua wrote a very good document. I will read it. I want to know how clever it is. That document of which gave us solution. So, but can Africa alone, can Uganda alone do this? We don't even have an ocean. Because of the political fragmentation of Africa, we don't have an ocean. The ocean is, say you are in land, the ocean is only with Kenya and with Tanzania. So how can we have a navy? And then also the resources to go to space and to develop a capable air force. We are still struggling with weapons for land warfare. So that's why now the third point comes in, of economic and political integration of Africa. If you want to defend Africa, really, you must work for the economic and the political integration of Africa. In our case here, if we can achieve the East African Federation, because then we shall be able to have the access to the sea, all of us, develop a navy, develop an air force. We shall be bigger economy, bigger resources, bigger. Then we can be able to develop capacity to be on land, in the air, in the ocean, at sea. China have done it. They were backward like us, but they have done it now. They went to the moon. People on the moon now are only 4. United States, China, Russia, and India. Even the other people, the British, and they are here with us on Earth.